A very good morning. Today is July 20, 2020. In this video, we'll be having a discussion of the Hindu editorial analysis. But before we get into the editorial discussion, we'll have a glance on today's headlines. I am Prashant. I welcome you all to Wifise Study Karo. If you are first to my channel, I request you all to subscribe so that you will be benefited. States, union territories differ on the date for reopening schools. A differ means they are denying or in a disagreement. Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu among 21 yet to take a call. Delhi, Bihar look at August. Mulling it over, at least 21 states and union territories have not taken a decision regarding reopening of schools, while 5 have planned to open sometimes in the month of August or earlier. So this is regarding the reopening of the schools. Due to pandemic, they are deferring the reopening date of the schools. Resign on moral grounds, Congress tells Shekhawat. Gehlot's meeting with governor raises possibility of flow test. Congress leader Ajay Maken addressing the press conference on Jaipur. This is regarding the rebels' re-entry on merit. So this is Rajasthan political criteria or the scenario, we can say. One dead as heavy rain slashes Delhi. Swirling drain water sweeps away slum cluster near ITO. This is regarding the Delhi rains. Commuters making their way through the waterlogged roads in New Delhi on Sunday. Viral tracker, within a single day, a high of around 38,835 new COVID-19 cases recorded on Sunday. Total infection crossed 11 lakh in the country. New cases and deaths in India. The graphs depict the new cases and deaths in the last 14 days of the selected states. If the average cases or deaths in the last 7 days are higher than the previous 7 days, then the cases of the deaths are rising. If they are lower than the dripping, these were the stats of different states. The COVID-19 or corona cases, there is a huge rise of cases within the span of 7 days compared to last 7 days. A booster diet steers Kaziranga's flood-hit road rhino. Stranded on highway, the animal gets sweetened vitamins in a grass bundles and an antibiotic eye spray. This is regarding the floods in Assam, and the rhino is on the roads. Although they are strong, rhinos have a poor vision. The road rhino near flooded Kaziranga. This you can see the picture here. 3 from Bangladesh lynched in Assam for cattle smuggling. Lynched means they are murdered. Due to cattle smuggling, the Bangladesh people have been murdered by Assam. 4 escaped, says police. Second incident in less than 2 months. Bangladesh made biscuits and bread. A rope, bag, wires and fence cutters were recovered from them. Over 10 houses collapsed near ITO due to heavy rain. No injuries reported, says police. Slum residents says household items swept away due to rain. Dome built in 1822 damaged. Tempo driver who died have plans to go home for his daughter's wedding. He was the sole breadwinner of the family, says his cousin. A sole breadwinner means he is the one who is earning in his family. He is responsible everything for the livelihood of the family. That is what sole breadwinner means. As you can see, these are the pictures of what created by the rain havoc in Delhi. Monsoon dairy from deficit to surplus rain in one heavy spell. Though rain offered respite, it made life difficulties for delights. This is regarding Delhi rain issue. Due to COVID-19, drains could not be desilted properly. Raghav Chadha asked civic bodies to work with government to solve the issue of water logging. This is also rain issue in Delhi. BJP blames Gout for not clearing drains, resulting in waterlogging. Pumps ensuring proper drainage were not commissioned. Both AAP and BJP failed to carry out duty, says Congress. Rain unmasked their inefficiency, says the party. Capital records lowest number of fresh cases in Corona in the month. Virus tally climbs around 1,22,793 with around 1,211 new cases in 24 hours. Two minors and their mother found dead in Nihal Vihar. Police suspect role of the woman's husband who is missing. BJP is behind Delhi riots, alleges Aam Aadmi Party. High Court issues notice to center on petition by 19 BSF personnel. Plea seeks direction to extend benefit of old pension scheme. Gurugram Society resident allege poor construction. Complaint lodged. Resident did not adhere to the condominium guidelines. OBC man thrashed for stealing pesticide in Madhya Pradesh. Two accused held hunt on for others. Opposition in Punjab turns up heat over pay scales to new recruiters. AAP SAD term the order anti-employees demand white paper on new jobs regarding the pay issues for the new recruiters in Chandigarh. Rainwater floods ward of COVID-19 patients. Video of Bailey incident goes viral. Robbers blow up ATM, steal 22 lakh. This is in Bhopal. Two unidentified persons on Sunday morning reportedly blew open an automated teller machine, that is ATM, and stole 22 lakhs in Panna district in Madhya Pradesh, said the police. 5 more die in Assam floods. Toll now reaches 84. 50,550 people move into relief camps. A Dalit family in MP's Guna gives up hope of owing land. Eviction bids debt forced two of them to consume the pesticides. Odisha government to scale up the plasma therapy. Patients responding well to treatment. Raju Shetty called for milk blockade on July 21st. A plea to Maharashtra Gout to provide subsidy of around 5 per litre, rupees 5 per litre. Now Kolhapur braces for a week-long lockdown. Active cases in district jumped from around 1,111 from 5,503. Lockdown in MMR extended till July 31st. Restrictions on only in hotspots. Ex-DU Professor Sai Baba files a bail application in High Court. He cites risk of contracting COVID-19 in jail. Varavar Rao shifted to Nanavati for neurological treatment. Neurologists say that from JJ Hospital diagnosed him with a delirium. Issue orders to ensure safety on employees. Banks Union tells CM 15 staffers in Mumbai have succumbed to COVID-19 so far. Despite SOP, banks are not complying with regular sanitation of branches. This is regarding the Mumbai branches, how they are not using sanitization. 7 arrested for selling Ramdesver at higher cost. Accused charges that around 30,000 for one VL. This is regarding the Corona drug. They are accused for selling one drug, that is one bottle. Vial means around one bottle of drug, around for 30,000 rupees. 97% Mumbai parents against reopening schools. In absence of physical classes, 88% wants institutions to revise fee structure, says the survey. 7 booked for cheating Gout of rupees 5.11 lakh in royalty. This is the editorial discussion. Plotting a protocol of accommodation, the Congress must revisit its past to a time when its leadership wrote the blue books. on the art of political reconciliation. This is regarding focus upon the present criteria of the scenario of Congress government in the Rajasthan. There is some tiff between Ashok Gehlot and Sachin Pilot and different members. They are saying that they are going into another party, that is BJP, and they are again asking that we have majority to come back. So this is regarding the present scenario of Rajasthan Congress government. The author here just focus upon what could have led to this, and also focus upon and articulates the past stats of Congress in Rajasthan and how it had emerged into such a very good party. But this is not much focus because it is a political criteria. So the next article is on policy retreat. This is on visa ban. Trump must deliver jobs, not engage in rhetoric of visas or to stay in office. Market forces and common sense appear to trump over the narrow-minded economic protection in US over the student visas. This is regarding the President Trump had banned the visa of different other nations, and this article just focus upon why he had banned. He should only focus upon to create a job rather than banning other students. So instead of creating a job, he is shifting his attention to restricting other nations, which is a huge loss to the economy. This article says his policy withstood the legal challenge that was immediately mounted by Harvard University, the MIT, and over 200 other universities. It might have led to a large number of students enrolled in such courses facing the risk of deportation of those intending to enter the US for higher studies stranded abroad without any options. This is cruel and illegal and undermined their efforts to create safe and online-based learning system amid the raging pandemic. However, their fight may be far from over, but both the universities and their prospective international enrollees would now remain alert on the possibility of additional restrictions foiled by the government of US. So this is the way this article pens down. This is regarding the political criteria again. Pyrrhic victory, the reduced majority, is an opportunity for the Singapore's ruling party to initiate reforms. Can Singapore's People's Action Party (PAP) of the Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong reinvent itself? That the looming question in the state is, despite its winning a supermajority of general elections on July 10th, as the leadership has set an motion a succession plan. The PAP, which had now been facing Singapore's managed democracy since 1965, secured but a Pyrrhic victory in a snap ballot. Regarding the Singapore's election of the Prime Minister Lee Hsien. The next article is regarding make the right call on Malabar going quad. India plans for naval coalition building alone will not credibly deter China's military power in Indian Ocean. This should be a focused article. There is a speculation in the media that New Delhi could soon invite Australia to join the Malabar naval exercise to be held later this year. According to the reports, most recent being Sunday, that is a key meeting on Friday of India's Ministry of Defence discussed the issue of adding Australia to the trilateral Malabar naval exercise with Japan and United States in the Bay of Bengal later this year. While no decision was reached, it appears to be a green signal to Australia could be soon be given, making the first time since 2007 that all the members of the Quad will participate and in a joint military drill aimed for ostensibly at China. We are inviting Australia to join our naval coast, and this could be a great move because there are some tiff between India and China due to the Galwan Valley issue. So Australia's intervention into Malabar coast is going on. The plan for naval coalition building alone will not credibly deter China's military power, but in the Indian Ocean it will just affect us. The prospects and modest gains in China has been really cautious, and there is a need for the careful thought. The sobering reality for New Delhi is that A naval coalition building alone will not credibly deter China's naval power in the Indian Ocean. Upgrading the trilateral Malabar to quadrilateral without acquiring the requisite combat and deterrence capability could yield gains for India in short term but would prove ineffective in the long term. This is not the suggested way of inviting Australia to join the Malabar in the bad idea. Far from it is simply to poise for the New Delhi should not sign up the quadrilateral engagement without a co-benefiting exercise and commensurate gains in the strategic operational realm. This could be appear as a political sensible but could be operationally important. So what author says is that this move is not benefiting any of us in the long term, but this could accelerate China. So that is what this author says in this article. A chance to restore a rule of law. The extrajudicial killing of Vikas Dubey is in the last wake-up call for our democracy and the judiciary. This is regarding the Vikas Dubey killing. There is a chance to restore the rule of law. Reimagining journalism. This contemporary news is negotiated through partitioning politics, technology, capital, and the desire for egalitarian world. This is a cartoon of the day. Trump takes a U-turn on student visas. Now there's the cash cow, because if he restricts the other nation students to enter into his nation, that could be a major economic loss to the nation. That's why he had taken U-turn, and now he's allowing this cash cow is what other nations who want to study in US. This picture depicts exact scenario of the present scenario of the US government. Why separate anti-torture law? The need of the hour is to implement the existing recommendations of various commissions. The alleged torture of father-son duo in that Tamil Nadu issue once again given a rise to the demand for separate law against the torture. It is therefore essential to examine whether the existing law is adequate to deter the incidents of the custodial torture. Torture is not defined of Indian Penal Code, but the definition of hurt, grievous hurt, or clearly laid down. Though the definition of the torture or hurt does not include mental torture, but Indian courts have included psychic torture, environmental coercion, rising interrogation, and also some of the ambitions of torture, voluntarily causing the hurt of a grievous hurt to extort confessions are also provided in the code with enhanced punishment. Under the Code of Criminal Procedure, a judicial magistrate inquires and for every custodial death. This article is regarding the anti-torture law should be brought and into the penal code, and the need for the hour is to implement the existing recommendations by the various commissions. APC's single-day surge of around 5,041 cases, 91 die in Karnataka. Consortium to aid people to in home quarantine. 821 test positive in Kerala to succumb to infection. States differ on schools reopening dates. Panel devices plan to manage surveillance system on trains. Railways to install cameras around 7,000 coaches by March 2021. Network held to dry run before smuggling bid. Gold came into bathroom fittings oven. This is regarding the Kerala issue, gold scam. Resign on moral grounds. Congress says Shikawa. This is a continued part. China had crossed its 1960 claims along the line of actual control. Records of 1960 boundary talks shows the PLA troops at Pongong So and Galwan Valley are now beyond Beijing's own territorial claims. This is regarding India and China disengagement issue at Pongong So Lake and Galwan Valley, and it shows that China had crossed the 1960 claims along the line of actual control. This is Educational Plus. Move with the time. Education system of the future will be better served by alternative inventive models that can constantly upgrade and upskill. Vocational education awaiting a revamp. Promises have been made about by making changes in vocational education, but have they been kept? So this article just says what are the promises made regarding the vocational courses. Reimagine the teacher's role. Post the pandemic, schools should encompass multiplicity and bring the outside world into classroom. COVID-19 global toll crosses 6 lakh. Hong Kong introduces a new restrictions amid resurgence in cases. Alarm calls the situation critical. Mask wearing to be compulsory in Melbourne. This is regarding the COVID-19 restrictions in Hong Kong. Twitter disabled Trump tweet over copyright issue. It included music from Linkin Park. Democrats urge Indian American voters to support Joe Biden. Their voters could make a significant difference in battleground states, says the panel. EU leaders struggle to reach records. China committing gross abuses against Uyghurs, says UK. Brazil's indigenous leader hospitalized. Rouhani is one of the Amazon rainforest's best known defenders. The guy who is hospitalized. TNA points to devolution promises in poll manifesto. Sri Lanka's leading Tamil party to also stress the need to ensure the return of refugees currently in India. Hunting for value. Despite choosing healthy stocks, you can still fail to see the returns. Spotting a value of stocks is not easy as it seems. This is regarding the stock market, and even though you have invested in the booming upcoming future, but they might be having a loss. Wash hands, but also buy a corona cover. This is regarding cover note COVID-19 policy. That is the end of article discussion. Braithwaite Brooks defy England. So if you are new to my channel, I request you all to subscribe and share this video. Please comment how did you feel this video. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.